The Burmese python are considered one of the largest snakes on Earth, weighing up to 200 pounds and stretching from 15 to 20 feet in length. These massive reptiles are native to grassy marshes, riparian areas, and jungles of Southeast Asia, and are currently listed as a vulnerable species in their home ranges on the IUCN Red List. However, Burmese pythons have made their way over to America through the exotic pet trade and have wreaked havoc among native ecosystems in the southern United States. The Everglades in Florida in particular have received a devastating impact by the presence of this species, with native apex predators struggling to outcompete the Burmese python, and many threaten local fauna, unable to protect themselves against attacks from these snakes. They recently have been noted by the Conservancy of Southwest Florida as having the largest python-to-prey ratio documented thus far, with Burmese pythons being able to eat deer and alligators that weigh more than the pythons themselves. These pythons have been introduced into the environment both intentionally and unintentionally by pet owners who are no longer able to provide the care needed for these animals, or by those without proper enclosures for their pet snake. Due to pet owner negligence, the Burmese python has been introduced to the Everglades, and many native species populations such as white-tailed deer, rabbits, and bobcats have suffered tremendously, with studies suggesting that 90% of small mammal population decline is caused by the python. Now you may be asking, why does this matter, and what can we do? For starters, the introduction of invasive species can have long-lasting implications on ecosystem health. It can take decades for native animal populations to recover from the introduction of invasive species, and some may never recover. As for what you can do, only own a pet if you are completely capable of providing proper care for the entirety of the animal's life. It should also go without saying that while exotic animals are amazing, it is generally not a good idea to own them as pets. In order to prevent future situations like Burmese python in Florida Everglades, it is important to support legislation that prohibits the distribution of exotic animals as pets and to never own one yourself.